I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you. I had to stock up on some of my herbs and mushrooms and, well, that isn't important. I'm sorry I frightened you. I can't say that I'm used to having guests all the way out here, let alone during this hour. Well, these forests aren't very well known. Civilization has left them fairly untouched. I suppose the rumors of curses don't help too much. However, that leaves me and my cabin untouched. It keeps things simple, really, so I can't be too upset. It is nice to meet a new friend, though. Welcome. Oh no, it stays pretty quiet out here. Though there's many different spirits that reside in this forest, it's not always safe to be out once the moon rises, if you're not familiar with the area. Many end up getting lost in these woods. What brings you out here so late anyhow? Are you lost? Are you being hunted? A sleepless night? My, I can't say that a sleepless night has ever brought me miles away from my home. But I understand your struggle. I once was so restless during the blood moon, I had started 3 separate brews only to fall asleep right before they were properly finished in the morning. Such a waste of materials and quite an awful smell, but it was a lesson well learned. You better believe, though, I found myself a very strong sleep potion after that incident. That aside, you shouldn't be out so late. I'd hate to leave you alone. So why not stay in my cabin until sunrise? I can make a fresh brew, and we can sit by the fire together. I have a wonderful cider recipe that I would love to prepare. I've been waiting for the perfect fall day to try it. Of course, you're welcome. The last thing this forest needs is another disappearance. The masses get so paranoid. I'm afraid if things like that start happening, they might start cutting down the forest little by little. By the moon, I will not have my land be turned into a luxury apartment of any sort. Not if I have anything to say about it, at least. Oh, it's a very real possibility. It happened to my good friend Evanora. The house practically fell on her. Well, it did fall on her, but that just makes it so much more unpleasant, doesn't it? Oh, no, it's been years since. Luckily, no one else that I know has shared her fate. Well, now then, let's head to the cabin, shall we? I'm rather used to the creatures here, but they aren't familiar with you. I'm sure they can smell your blood already. Oh, of course. The human blood is very potent, and can be smelled from miles by most creatures. Before you ask, no, I cannot. Weary travelers never like to hear that, so I remembered to assure them that I'm not one of those creatures. Well, a few pass through every now and again, but as I said, it's been a while. Many choose to take the better lit path a few miles that way. Even then, they try to find another path even farther away. The rumors make this place incredibly avoidable. Anywho, just down by the brook is my cabin. Watch your step. Perfect. Perfect. Steady now. Right. There we are. I have a fire lit inside so we can right away get you nice and warm. Sit, sit. I'll get that brew started. Now, where did I put... let's see. we go. And there we are. Wonderful. Should I put more logs on the fire? Is it warm enough for you? Perhaps you'd like a quilt. Alright. This will only take a little while longer to steep. Until then, can I get you anything else? No, no. I'm only trying to make you feel welcome. No malicious intent. You have my word, dear. I have some pastries I can warm over the fire. I find warm cider and pastries always put my mind at ease. It might be just what you need. Oh dear, let's see. Honey cookies, elderberry tarts, orange cranberry turnovers. Would any of those be to your liking? I wholeheartedly recommend the turnovers. The pastry dough has come out just perfectly this time. Absolutely perfectly flaky in this batch. You'd like to try? Perfect. I'll get those toasted for us. Here you go. Perfect. Now what I like to do is place them on these little spatulas and just hold them over the fire for just a little bit. They turn out to be the perfect temperature, almost as if they are fresh. Of course, I can show you. Here, this one is for you. So what I like to do is I'll place it right on the end and just kind of let it hold over the fire for no longer than about 20 seconds at a time. By that time, you should be able to flip it over and assure that it's evenly toasted, and then you should be good. Sometimes it depends on the size, but I think these are fairly normal size, don't you think? Right, just like that. Just don't keep it too close to the fire. That should be alright. Just be extra cautious when removing them. The end will be incredibly hot. Perfect. I can take that from you so you can eat. There we go. How is it? A little too hot? How is the pastry? Precisely. The dough is wonderfully flaky, and the open fire doesn't make the inside absolutely molten. Oh dear. The brew? I have to fetch it at once. Wait right here, and I'll get the both of us a glass. Here, for you. Oh, it might be a little bit hot, but since the flavors were steeping for a little bit longer than usual, the flavor will be remarkably strong. It's a lavender-spiced mulled cider, but with a few extra special flavors mixed in. You do enjoy it? Well, I'll write it down for you to bring home. It's fairly simple. I brewed a standard apple cider, then fresh sliced ginger root, dried lavender buds, 2 to 3 cinnamon sticks, and a small piece of vanilla bean, coarsely chopped, and a teaspoon of allspice along with 4 whole cloves, and just crush those slightly, just a little bit. It's a little extra work, but the outcome not only tastes wonderful, but it leaves your home smelling of autumn. It's so wonderful. Oh, now since we're comfortable, do you care to tell me why you're actually all the way out here? These woods aren't exactly a short walk away from anything, so you must have been trekking for at least an hour. I see. Normally night walks don't last so long, but I suppose if your mind is restless, it isn't focused on distance. Well, if this was just a pastime till morning, I'm sure the warm drink and food will at least push you to take a short snooze once you reach home. But something tells me you were looking for something a bit more permanent. Oh, don't jest. You know I'm a witch, and unless I'm incorrect, you have 2 eyes that work just fine. You see what I have in my home? I assure you all of these items certainly are more than decoration. Averting your gaze only makes you look more guilty. No need to be so shy. I'm more than willing to help you. All I require is a please. Good, good. Luckily, while I was out gathering, I've restocked many of my ingredients, some of which will work wonderfully in a sleep-scented brew. Give me just a moment. Where is my pure water? It's right here. Delightful. Stay put and stay at ease. I have just the thing. Are you allergic to chamomile? Wonderful, that will work splendidly. Forgive me for this. I work better in the dark. Now keep your voice down. I must remain completely focused. And feel free to ignore my mumbling. I tend to ramble here and there. Chamomile flowers are to be left. Oh. Where is my chamomile jar? There it is. Sneaky little devil. A sprig of mint. Oh, lovely. Lovely. I do believe there was a fresh mint in my satchel. There you are. Wonderful. This will do just fine. How are you holding up, dear? Good, good. Feel free to make a little nest for yourself within all of the quilts. Yes, there should be many pillows next to your seat as well. Now, where was I? Yes, the moonstone. Those are next to my dried herbs, if I remember correctly. Oh gosh. By the moon, if it wasn't right in front of me, it would have bit me. There they are. Thank you for not mysteriously moving like last time. Goodness, it took hours to find you again. We can do 3 or so. Yes, that should be perfect. There we go. I have but a simple chant before you drink. Hush, hush. If at any time I allow my mind to wander, the spell's intentions will lose its potency. Now, relax completely. Deep breaths in. keep doing that. Keep doing that. Excellent, excellent. You're doing wonderful. Very good. Now for the chant. 4 by 4, side by side, within, without, and all around. Gentle rest and sleep abound. No worries. The spell puts you in a bit of a trance-like state. It allows for an optimal state of mind for rest. You might hear a few different noises, but you won't mind, will you? Oh dear. Oh, well, there you go. Hopefully you sleep well.